guys, welcome back to the Burnout Bob YouTube channel. Today's video we are getting back to the Harlequin Ruckus. It's been a little bit, I know. I had my baby boy Grayson, he was born. We came home, he had a little health issue. We were in the hospital for 6 days, but we were back home. And then the parts came back the next day. So now the parts are here. The seat was done by Cheeky. Took the factory Harlequin seat cover from the car and we went ahead and did it for the bike. It looks absolutely amazing. So there's gonna be a lot of details like that in this build that are sick. The other thing is the taillights. I got those coming from England, Ruckstyle UK. Lee, he sent them to me. So those are on their way. The parts came back from Powder. I'm pumped about that. Also, you can see the backdrop. There's no more of that brick, the gray brick, it's gone. The heat here in Florida is so bad that it just peeled it right off the wall. So I have to come up with another option. Like I said, the powder's back, so I'll show you guys that right now. Hey, yo. So, frame, we did red. We have the headlight cover yellow, seat frame yellow, the side steps yellow, tank cover red, green is the frame splitter, and then the other part of the headlight bracket. And then for the blue, we had the battery box painted the blue to match. You can see it is pretty close. So the guy who owns the bike, Rafa, he has a buddy who does paint and powder, so he went to him for these parts. I didn't go to my normal guy for it. So today what I'm going to do is start put the motor back together, put the engine mount on, put that stuff on, put the seat frame on, the front end kit, and possibly have the wheels, depending how much time my wife will let me be out here before going in and jumping on diaper duty. So as expected, you're going to see the time lapse. Your boy is tired, but I have to get this build done. Alright, sorry about the ISO in the beginning there. I think it was a little too high. So here's the bike now. Got the front end on. Now if you're new to the channel, I have done plenty of videos on how to put all these parts on, as well as the Ruck Shop has videos on how to put all these parts on. So if you did miss it, or you're like, hey, you skipped over this, just go back into some of my older build series, or even, like I said, the Ruck Shop's page. Just like one of you said that in my last video with the white bike, that I skipped the whole part of wiring because it's the hardest part. They don't know that it's the easiest part for me, and that I did an 1.5 hour long video on the Ruck Shop's page. So yeah, check that out if you have questions about wiring, or watch my Nardo build. Otherwise, it's a roller, about 4 or 5 hours. I got together as a roller here, just like so. Next part, which you'll see in the next video, is I'm going to be starting to do all the wiring and figuring out how I'm going to wire this one. It's going to be a little bit different than the other ones because we're using factory controls, we're using a lot of the factory stuff, the factory fuel lights and all that. So usually when I trim all that, I get rid of it all. Now this harness is going to keep it all, so it's going to be very, very much basically the stock ATR harness. I don't do any modifying to this one, and we'll have it bolted on, ready to go. But we got the clip-on bars. One of y'all said I had the clip-on bars wrong last time. This is how they face forward like that for one, and then for two, these are adjustable, so I can flip this upside down. If you want your bar to pitch at a downward angle, like a cafe style angle, you can do that, you can flip it. That's the part of it being universal, so you can adjust it to different things. There's no right or wrong way for this. I find this way super comfortable because the bar comes basically straight back rather than a downward angle. I've done long rides where I had my old bars at the downward angle. My back was shot about 4 or 5 hours in. So with that being said, I'm about comfort and still looking good. To me, it looks good and it's comfortable. That's what matters. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. The next one, like I said, I'm going to be going over doing the wire harness and then kind of buttoning up the gas tank, all that. The old controls that were on the bike, the left and right control, were so rusted and bad, I could not get the bolts out, even with dremeling them out. I tried using the easy out, that didn't work. So I just got some used ones on eBay, found a set for like 70 bucks. That's on its way to me. And then, like I said, Lee from Ruckstyle UK, he sent me tail lights from the UK that are clear. And then I have a special blue lens paint that matches the one that's on Rafa's car. So the car is going to be all these little details are going to match the car. So when this is done, you will see this bike lined up next to his car, do some nice rolling shots, everything, and you'll see how similar this bike is to his actual vehicle. Alright, hope you guys like this one. Be sure to share and subscribe, and we tackle the harness next.